Welcome, dear Thrivers, to Thriver TV. Today, I want to talk to you about how to get a narcissist to capitulate and leave you alone. But before I get started, if you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel and also pass these videos on to anybody who you know is suffering from narcissistic abuse and needs to know how to defeat narcissists and how to heal for real. Okay, so a lot of people will tell you that a narcissist is like a Terminator. They're never going to stop. You can't defeat them. You're going to have to live with them, terrorizing you and tormenting you for the rest of your life, or as long as you're going to be connected to them through things like family or business or, of course, your children. But I want you to know from my heart to yours that this just isn't true. So how you get a narcissist to surrender is by really understanding what motivates the narcissist and why they're staying connected to you. Because you may just think that the narcissist is out to completely destroy you and they're never going to stop until they've done it. But that's actually not the truth. A narcissist will stop. They will pull up. They will leave you alone. Why will they leave you alone? Because they are suffering an enormous ego injury. There's something about you that's changed that means that the narcissist can no longer uphold their narrative of they're superior, you're inferior, you're the problem, you're the one that's wrong, you're the one that's defective, you're the abuser, you're damaged, and therefore they cannot keep justifying and having the emotional fuel to keep attacking you by having their twisted version of reality vindicated. So how do you flip the script under any circumstances, whether it be a legal battle, custody for your children, or property settlements, or a divorce, or trying to get a business resolved with them and get yourself out of the business? How do you get a narcissist to capitulate, say, enough's enough, I'm going to call it quits, I'm going to give you what you want, and I'm going to leave you alone? Is by making it worse for the narcissist to stay connected to you than it is by calling it quits, taking their bat and their ball, and going and playing their game somewhere else. Calling it quits for a narcissist happens when they're going to suffer a massive ego injury from being around you. And how they suffer a massive ego injury is you're no longer affected. You're no longer in fear. You're no longer giving them a reaction. Nothing that they do or say affects you anymore, and you are just standing solid and true in your true self, walking a straight line of your rights, your values, and your truth without being derailed and triggered. Because for the narcissist, the ultimate insult is, I don't exist. I'm no longer powerful or significant enough to affect you. You're no longer buying my BS. You're no longer in fear or trauma or triggers because of my threats, my narrative, my actions. In other words, nothing I do affects you. Therefore, you're more powerful than me. I can't maintain this delusion that I'm an omnipotent self, that I'm God. The narcissist under those circumstances has to run. And I want to share this story. I've shared it before with the community, but it's such a great story. And I hope that it really helps you. There was a lovely lady in our Thriver NARP community, and she had a narcissistic husband that she wanted to separate from, and she went into another bedroom because she realized she needed to detach and pull away to get on with her life and separate her life and get some sort of settlement and divorce and custody. And the narcissistic husband, when she first did that, he did what narcissists do, and he started getting bolshy and accusing her and blaming her and saying all the things that she did wrong and how it was her fault that the marriage was failing. And at first she was hooked into this and she wanted to justify and lecture and prescribe, which is what narcissists do. They hook you into you granting them attention and feeding them your painful triggers, your traumatized emotions, which makes them feel superior and allows them to put you in the position of you're wrong and I'm right. However, she realized this and she did a lot of inner work on herself and also realized that she just needed to detach and not grant him any energy. And that's the place she got to. And then, of course, he changed tact because that tact wasn't working. So what he did is he stonewalled her and ignored her and gave her the silent treatment. And of course, what came up from within her was, well, I really don't matter. You're not even going to try. You don't even care. And again, she had to really detach from that and come to her place of inner peace where that tactic didn't work. So again, he changed tactic. And then he went on to pretending, or probably was, dating other women right under her nose. And that triggered her again, giving him a reaction of her energy. And believe you me, narcissists are psychic vampires. We don't even have to physically give them the feed for them to feel it. It's creepy, but it's true. I've had it proven to me so many times how real that is. So she got herself to a place where she was detached and solid and self-loving, unaffected. So that tactic stopped and he went to the next tactic, was where he blew up and he got really angry with her and almost physically threatening. And of course, this terrified her. It really did. So again, emotionally, she took her power back and she got out of fear and she stood in her truth and she fronted him. She said, you lay one hand on me and I will have the police put an intervention order on you and charge you so fast your head will spin. And he tried, to argue her out of it. And she just said, I said it, that is it. And refused to go down these rabbit trails that a narcissist will do to take you off your truth. She knew not to do it. He'd heard her, she meant it, that was it. So after exhausting all of the avenues to derail her, she just, with guidance from our beautiful community and through doing the inner work, she just kept really strong. And she realized that she needed to be on the offensive. And she did. She filed for divorce, for settlement, for her custody rights. And she just stood and delivered. She instructed her solicitor. She took charge. She was in her power, the most she'd ever been in her whole life. She rose to the occasion. The narcissist absolutely crumbled, capitulated, granted her what she wanted with no argument. And she'd been prepared to leave the house. He left. And I know why he left. And I know why he capitulated, because we see it all the time, is because he knew he no longer had any power over her. For all the reasons that I've explained to you. So I hope that this story is really helpful. I hope that you understand what is really going on, because the narcissist, more than the goodies that they're getting from you, the biggest power trip for them is your pain, your fear, your heartbreak, your insecurities, you feeling like you're losing your mind, you hooking into them and handing them all of the bullets to shoot you with. Because the narcissist is actually a no self. They've divorced their inner being. There's no real person there. They're operating in your life by using your energy against you. When you take it back and when you see the truth that the Emperor does have no clothes, that there really is a little withered man or woman behind the curtain pulling the levers, pretending to be God, and you take back your soul and yourself, that's when you win, and that's when you'll break through. Check out NARP in the link with this video because we show you how to do that. So it's not just a logical thing, it can be a deeply embodied thing. I hope that this makes a lot of sense. Lots of love, and until the next time, keep smiling, keep healing, keep thriving, because there is nothing else to do.